What's up, everybody? It's Alex Abrahantes here, and can I just say it? Can we just have Arcade Anarchy every week? Oh my gosh, that was insane. We're going to talk about it. Some things I'm not quite happy about, like it was a bit of a handicap match there at the end, but big returns. What a crazy match. Whack-A-Mole got destroyed. I mean, come on. What did Whack-A-Mole ever do to anybody? That's what I want to know. So let me give you guys some shout outs. Let's get this party started. Welcome to the post show, everybody. Kurart's angle, not to be confused with the other angle. You're awesome. Zero fear. It's miedo, but I knew what you meant. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Brian Berry, happy to see Statlander back. Well, listen, great return. Definitely an awesome competitor, Chris Statlander. But come on, poor Penelope. Could Penelope be having a worse couple of months? I mean, come on. The real CUB. Hello, how are you? Justin Griffith. Hello, Scott. Great show tonight. I mean, wasn't it? It was crazy. It was insane. Lots to talk about as usual. Lots of fun here tonight on Dynamite. Hold on a second. Who's saying, what did I think about Arcade Anarchy, gaming with JD? It was great. I mean, come on. As a gamer, as a fellow Twitch streamer, Arcade Anarchy, right there. You've got me alone by the name. But boy, did it ever deliver. Can we just, hold on. Moment of silence for the Mortal Kombat cabinet. Okay, we're good. Come on. How can you destroy Mortal Kombat? Miro had all the good intentions, but we'll talk about how that got thwarted tonight. Joshua, what's going on? Let's see. Steffi, Penta says, shut up about the arcade match. Hey, that's not what Penta says. Okay, I know what Penta never said that. Dion, sup? Bitchuri, something like that. Hello. Good to see you. Nice to see you here. Let's see. Buddy, the end of the Arcade Anarchy was awesome. Alejandro, great name, by the way. AEW for Mexico. Orale. Let's see. JD Barnell. What's my favorite MLB team? I don't follow it, but it used to be the Yankees and the Mets. All right. Let's see what else. Inner Circle. Mike Moore. We got to talk about the Inner Circle coming back tonight. Holy cow. Insane. We'll talk about that here shortly. All right. Let's see. Great show tonight. Thank you so much. Hello, Mark. From Paris, Texas. Hello. Let's see. Dejeen. Hello. Thank you very much. Swirlies. Come on. Did you tune in tonight to Dynamite to really think you'd get a swirly? I mean, is that not an added bonus? If we had saw a wedgie in the swirly, I'd be like, listen, I mean, game over right there. What a night. But swirly, we'll take it. Charlie, you've been great with Penta. Thank you so much. Penta is awesome. I got his back. He's got mine. Let's see here. All right. Shout out from the UK. Hey, Muzza here. Good to see you, buddy. All right. Let's get into it. Let's start talking about, for the first time in 7 years, Christian Cage did not miss a step. He came prepared to take on Frankie Kazarian. And these two know each other quite well. They started pretty much around the same time. They've had matches in the past. And boy, they gave it their all. Many times throughout this match, we thought Frankie Kazarian was going to take home the victory. That leg drop, the springboard leg drop that he does is always picture perfect. He hit the flux capacitor off the top, that Spanish fly. That was awesome. But at the end, the kill switch brings Christian Cage another victory. Christian Cage showing why he's ready to just continue his legacy in the wrestling business here at AEW. So pretty amazing matchup to start the night. Let's see here. Yes, friends, Christian still got it. No doubt. What's cool about Christian Cage is the fact that he said that he's here not just obviously to compete, to give it his all, but he's here to help the younger talent, help mentor people. I think Frankie Kazarian took a little bit of exception to that. But you know what? It is what it is, right? So congratulations, Christian Cage. And yes, Timothy Penta says this was another great episode of Dynamite. I'm sure Penta would concur. That's right. Okay, so let's talk about Darby and Sting. They had a message for the Hardy family office, which was pretty ominous. It seems as if Darby took exception to Matt Hardy saying that he'll take the TNT championship away from Darby. I believe he said that on Being the Elite. And well, we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. I love this combination of Darby and Sting together. I think they really complement each other. And we'll see where this leads. But I think it's bad news for Matt Hardy. Jet Extreme. Like this new sort of character, you with the Lucha Brothers. Great job. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Let's see. What else? I love when you say Penta says, thank you, Jippo. Is that the name? Gippo Gang. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. All right. So let's talk about Cody Rhodes. One of my favorite topics, right? I mean, listen, talk amongst friends here, okay? Cody Rhodes took on QT Marshall, said it was going to be an exhibition. I think Cody underestimated QT. I think QT knew that because nobody knows QT better at this stage in the game in their careers right now than the man who was the personal assistant, if you will, of Cody, QT. So what did QT do? Oh boy. Did QT set Cody up or what, you guys? I mean, come on. Cody came in, I think, a little bit too confident. He had his big entrance. I got to ask, where was QT's entrance? JR mentioned it, right? It was clear as day. QT was just thrown out there. Absolutely just like, Joe Schmo out there. Where was QT's entrance? That's what I want to know. Oh, let me get to your super chats really quick, and then we'll continue talking about it here. P-Vins, great show tonight. Love the classic arcade cabinet setup. Played most of the game back in the day. What was your favorite? What's your favorite arcade game? I want to know. Hit me up in the chat. That's a great point. It looked awesome, but it did hurt seeing some of those cabinets get destroyed personally. All right, let's go to the other one here. Just want to let you know that my dad, Kyle Mayer. Just wanted to let you know that my dad, who was born and raised in Puerto Rico, loves your commentary. He hasn't been a wrestling fan in easily 30 years. Wow. Thank you, Kyle. That really, truly means a lot. We have a lot of fun on commentary, Dasha, Willie, and I, and really appreciate that comment. So thank you so much for saying that. Okay. So QT took advantage. Oh, no Pac-Man reference. You're right. We couldn't harm Pac-Man. Donkey Kong. Dragon Slayer. My gosh, I can never get. I tried so hard to get into Dragon Slayer. I just couldn't do it. I mean, I tried to. I couldn't get past it. I found it too hard. NBA Jam. That's a good one. How can you not love NBA Jam? So what do you guys think about this whole QT situation? Boy, did he plan this out to perfection? Clearly, he had issues with Dustin, right? Clearly. And he kind of took out his frustrations. Listen, I think QT's been held back. I'm just going to say it. I think he's been held back by Cody. I think Cody's held him back and every which way. And QT realized the best way to get to Cody is to exploit his weakness. That's what he did tonight. And not only that, but Anthony Ogogo, Aaron Solo, Nick Camarado, right? These guys, they are loyal to QT. QT helped them. I have personally seen it. QT is a guy who, listen, if you don't know much about QT Marshall, the guy's been around for a long time. He's one of those guys who's been in the business forever that you might not necessarily know because he hasn't had the big spotlight that Cody Rhodes has, but he's worked extremely, extremely hard to get where he is today. I mean, I've known him for a long time and people look up to him. He gives great advice. He's constantly helping out others. And he had enough. He had enough. And kudos to QT. I'm going to say kudos to QT for stepping outside the box and just basically doing what he felt he needed to do. And you know what? Good for him. Good for you, QT. Let's see. I'm curious to see where this is going to lead. And Red Velvet, clearly she was in your mama's kitchen, right? How quickly she took her time. She was baking something in the kitchen, and then she comes out and saves Cody. Come on. And Jade, how about Jade, you guys? Listen, Jade said it best. She is money. She is 100% money. Hunter, Cody's hothead. Come on. I know. We all know this. QT, smart man. Tom Burns, You love the QT and Cody match. Absolutely. It was good stuff. It was good stuff. But yeah, we'll see what's going to happen with Jade. Cannot wait to see her return to the ring. There's no other way to describe her but money. Right, Mazahir? She's fire. She's absolutely fire. Yep, Phoenix. Jade, you got to love her. You got to love her. There's every now and then you see somebody, right? And you just know, like, that person is going to be like a massive star. With Jade, how can you not say that? How can you not say it? Okay, let's see. Anthony, how about the Dark Order? Love the Dark Order. We're going to talk about them a little bit later on. How can you not love the Dark Order? Listen, if you don't love the Dark Order, well, I'm just going to leave it there. There are issues if you don't love the Dark Order. You hear me, Dasha Gonzalez? That was directed at you. Okay, so let's also talk about this kind of weird union between All Ego, Ethan Page, and Scorpio Sky. It was pretty fascinating what they were saying. And then all of a sudden we realized, oh, wait a second. These guys kind of have a common idea, right? They're going to get together. I'm all in. I think this is great. I think they're going to be awesome if they decide to focus their efforts on tag teams. Sometimes you just find two individuals who are so similar, who have the same common goal and are tired of being held back. I mean, listen, Face of the Revolution, Scorpio Sky. And we now know that this Monday on AEW Dark Elevation, Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page are going to take on the Seidel brothers, which, by the way, Seidel brothers are awesome, in my opinion. Okay, hold on a second. We've got another super chat here. I want to make sure to get to it. Drink your nail polish. I probably won't, but very interesting name. I lived through the Monday Night Wars. AEW makes me feel 16 again. AEW has inherited the spirit of the Attitude Era. Well, thank you. Listen, that's what we're here for. We're here to reignite people's passion for the pro wrestling business. I said it before. I'll say it again. AEW is all about wrestling fans creating the best possible wrestling product for those who love this business. And I honestly and truly, in my heart of hearts, believe that we do that each and every week when we come out with Dynamite and Dark and Elevation. And it's just an amazing company who's always striving to be better and better. So let's see what the other super chat here is. Hey, WrestleJoy. How's every episode of Alex Abrahantes the best episode with Alex? Oh, come on, WrestleJoy. Listen, I appreciate that very much. That's very kind. And I don't take that lightly. I really appreciate that. That's very nice of you to say. And great name, by the way. That's pretty cool. WrestleJoy. Wrestling does bring joy to so many people, right? That's what we do. And that's what we aim to do each and every week. Okay. Let's talk about Jon Moxley. Right? He said that he wanted competition. He got it in the form of Cesar Bononi, which, by the way, listen, I said in the pre-show, Cesar Bononi is just one massive win away from becoming a massive star. He looks like your atypical professional wrestler star. Like, he's got the star power. He's got the ability. I just think he needs to get a couple more reps in. And listen, he really took it to Jon Moxley, but Jon Moxley, can we just talk about Moxley for a second? Like, this guy can just escape everything. He's like a magician. He knows how to escape everything. Like, he's so good. And now the fact that he's upped his submission game, Jon Moxley is a hard man to beat. Okay. Emiliano Brito. Hook me up with Anna Jay and Ty Conte. No, I can't do that. I cannot do that. But I will let them know that you said hello. Two of my favorites, of course. Anna and Ty. All right, let me. I lost some of the chat here, so let me go down here. Tom Burns, Jon Moxley, hands down, best wrestler in the world. Yep, listen, he really is. Although right now it's Kenny Omega, in my opinion, AEW World Champion. He did defeat Jon Moxley, of course, under dubious circumstances. I'm not happy with Kenny Omega. We'll talk about that here shortly, but. No doubt about it. Moxley, absolutely on top of his game and one of the best, no question about it. All right. Let's continue on here. Oh, wait. Is it January? Hello from Indonesia. Very cool. And Walter Johnson, can you speak Spanish to Penta? Well, of course I can speak Spanish to Penta. That's how we communicate. Okay. Let's continue on here. What's up with the issues of Team Taz? Do you guys think there are issues with Team Taz? I think there's issues with Team Taz. Alex, what was the best match of the night tonight? Danny, that's a tough one. That is a tough one because we haven't even gotten to my boys match, the Lucha Brothers and Laredo Kid, right? We haven't even gotten to that. But Arcade Anarchy, I think I said it in the pre-show that we would be talking about that match for a long time to come. I mean, that is ultra memorable, right? We will always remember the Arcade Anarchy match. That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy in terms of wrestling match. Of course, you had Christian Cage versus Kazarian. Great match as well. And we'll talk about the female tag team match as well here in a moment. Okay, so yeah, Brian Cage is a different man now. Wrestling roulette. I agree. There still seems to be some friction between the Machine Brian Cage and Absolute Ricky Starks. Taz, I don't know. I think he's got a lot on his hands. Hopefully he can iron that all out. But if anybody can, Taz can. Okay, let's talk about MJF's gift to the Pinnacle, shall we? Was it the gift that keeps on giving? Can someone please create a meme of the swirly seen around the world? I mean, how long has it been since we've seen a good swirly? Really, honestly, right? So let's talk about it. So MJF is going to give this gift. He's got the tailor there, interior decorator. And what happens? He opens up the door and knock, knock, surprise, who's there? Well, the Inner Circle is back. And boy, did they take it to the Pinnacle. This was an old-fashioned beatdown. An old-fashioned beatdown. Boy, and listen, this is right up Santana and Ortiz's alley. I know from experience, you do not want to mess with those guys. They are as vicious as they can be, and in a street fight, it's very hard to beat Proud and Powerful. There's no question about that. And MJF going through the beverage cooler there, and then Chris Jericho giving MJF a swirly. Come on. Right, the Coug 97, brutal beatdown of MJF. No doubt about it. Justin, you nailed it, my friend. Swirly were heard around the world. No question about that, Justin Wayne James. What a great name. You should be a wrestler. That's a fantastic name. All right. And yes, Kimron, he totally deserves it. He totally deserves it. MJF totally deserves it. Michael C. Reagan Jr., MJF is a goof. And yes, he got a swirly, and I hope that he shampooed multiple times and also used mouthwash. Okay, Dune Blaze 23. Great show from AEW tonight. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Always feels great when we hear those comments from you guys because we know that it means so much. And that's why we do it. We do our best to go all out each and every week for your enjoyment and entertainment. Okay, this was your favorite AEW Dynamite ever. Oh, Jacob, very cool. I'm so glad to hear that. It made you emotional. Hey, well, that's what we do. We take people on a roller coaster ride, and hopefully you'll be thinking about this show for a long time to come. Do you think Brian Cage is heading to a different path of Cage? Mugging bugs. Great question. I mean, there's definitely a lot of friction there. Brian Cage is unbelievable. Like, seriously, every time I see the guy in the ring, the stuff that he can do, he should not be able to do. Physics should not allow Brian Cage to be able to do what he can do. And you got to wonder, is he being held back by Team Taz? Is that what's going on? Is that the friction? Is Ricky Starks think that he's the star in Team Taz? Lots of questions. Lots of questions. Oh, Kay Ballard, excuse me. Whoa, all right. Did Vicky Guerrero just text you? Just wondering. Because, she says that from time to time. Okay, so now let's talk about my boys, the Lucha Brothers and Laredo Kid. All right, David Correas. Alex, you're shining big time. Love the viability. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I am thrilled that Penta has asked me to interpret and give him a voice, and I'm happy to do so. And speaking of Penta Phoenix and now Laredo Kid, which, by the way, love having Laredo Kid here last week. Love having Laredo Kid tonight. The kid is a star. There's no doubt about it. Him and Kenny go way back. They know each other. They've had some battles in the past. Tonight was no exception. Many times throughout the course of the night, we thought that my boys, the Lucha Brothers, and Laredo Kid were going to take the victory. Listen, Kenny Omega is the AEW World Champion for a reason. There's no doubt about it. He's the best wrestler in the world for a reason. He got one up on Laredo Kid. He did. He got one up on Laredo Kid. I'm not going to try to say otherwise. It's the reality of it. But I think Kenny Omega realizes how amazing Lucha Brothers are. I think the Good Brothers were reminded just how good the Lucha Brothers and Laredo Kid are. And they'll think twice, hopefully in the future, before they mess with them again. And let's also, before we finish talking about that, how about this speech that Don Callis gave to Matt Jackson? Right? I don't get it. It cut pretty deep. It cut pretty deep. And yes, Don Callis, as Excalibur would say, is a piece of human trash. I mean, is there any denying that? Is there any denying? Gary, you think Don Callis is awesome? Well, all right. Well, we beg to disagree. And what is up with those glasses, right? What is up with those glasses? Is he Cyclops? Is he part of the X-Men now, the Canadian X-Men or something? Like, is he going to take off his glasses at some point and then a laser beam is going to shoot inside of the ring? Come on, give me a break with those glasses. But anyway, he kind of put Matt Jackson in his place. It certainly hit a deep nerve with Matt Jackson. I can't believe he slapped Matt Jackson. Holy cow. But at the end, we saw Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson united with Jon Moxley. What a trios. What a trios those three men are going to be. Now, listen, I'm totally pulling for the Death Triangle, and I know that the Death Triangle will eventually, as the next contenders for the AEW Tag Team titles. I know they're going to beat the Young Bucks. I know that. But I will give the Young Bucks their due. Teaming up with Jon Moxley, and we now know that next week, we're going to get a pay-per-view quality match with the Young Bucks and Moxley teaming up to take on the team of Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers. What do you guys think about this? Kiana, I love Kenny, but hate Don. Okay, fair. That's totally fair. Let's see here. Hold on one second. I missed something here that I wanted to make sure. Yeah, Ryan, disappointed Matt didn't punch Don Callis in the face. Listen, I wanted to punch Don Callis in the face. I heard him in English commentary while I was doing Spanish commentary. I could see him. And I know he's talking trash. Let's see. What else? Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm catching up. The chat goes so quick. I've got to catch up here. Don ruined Kenny's career. Epic North. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to say that, but at the same time, he's AEW champion. So did he? Soccer Legend. Hi, Alex. Well, hello back, Soccer Legend. Good to see you. I totally agree with you. Never liked him from the start. Sydney, right? Exactly. Trino Leo, Alex, will you be Penta's manager soon? Listen, Penta and I are tight. I'll continue to help Penta in whatever way that I can. Tom Burns, love Penta. He's very entertaining. Isn't he, though? Isn't he? That's what I've been saying all along to so many people. Penta is super special, and so is Phoenix. And I'm glad that the world is finally starting to catch up and see that. So, all right. Let's go on and talk about the Arcade Anarchy match, right? Can we talk about that? I mean, seriously. Jared, Alex, you're a good guy. Keep up the good work. Hey, thanks, Jared. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, what a D-bag Don Callis is. Sure. D-bag Don Callis. Did we just coin a brand new moniker for Don Callis? D-bag Don Callis? What? Oh my goodness, you guys. I love you guys. This is great. I hope next week on Dynamite, when he comes out with Omega and the Good Brothers, it'll say accompanied to the ring by D-bag Don Callis. I mean, you heard it here first. Very good. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Okay, so Arcade Anarchy. Let's talk about that. It was chaotic. It was falls count anywhere. It was anything goes. We had a bunch of different arcade prizes, right? Like, I was excited about the prizes, but let me tell you, they were pretty steep. Like, what was it? Like 50,000 points for a steel chair? Unacceptable. Come on. You know how much skee ball you have to play to get 50,000 tickets. It's way too much. But regardless, they were able to get it. Miro, vicious as ever, focused. I mean, listen, they ruined Penelope's wedding. I mean, come on. What would you do if they ruined your wedding? You'd be pretty upset. So it was vicious. And then I got to talk about Chuck Taylor for a second. Let's talk about Chuck Taylor, because we learned something very special about the man formerly known as Charles Taylor, didn't we? Yep, he should have taken that job with Miro. He should have gone back to work with Miro. He's a masochist. What kind of man grabs a teddy bear and then just throws Legos all over the place? I mean, that is just the sign of a sick human being. Why can't he do something normal like thumbtacks? I mean, come on. Legos? You know how much those hurt? Have you ever even stepped on a Lego? Have you stepped on a Lego? If you've stepped on a Lego, I bet you've never forgotten that you stepped on a Lego, right? Am I right? Who's with me? Who's with me? Perfectly good waste of Legos. Unacceptable. I think Chuck Taylor should be suspended for, I don't know, at least 4 weeks for illegal use of Legos. Okay. So we saw that, right? Back and forth brutality. Then out of the crane, the alien UFO machine thing, Chris Statlander appears. Like, what the heck? Where is she? We know that she was injured, and she comes back, and then she's got a bone to pick with Penelope Ford, poor, innocent, and lovely Penelope Ford that's never hurt a fly. And all of a sudden, she comes out and just starts attacking poor Penelope, and then she just hits her with a Michinoku driver off of the ring apron onto a table. I mean, come on, you guys. That was brutal. That was uncalled for. Let's see. You know, you're right. Hold on a second. Someone just brought up a really good point. Brahma, we will talk about that tag team match, that tag team match with Hikaru Shida and Tai Conte in a second. I got a little bit ahead of myself because I'm very upset about this Lego situation. Very upset about the Lego situation. So anyway, all right. So it's brutal. It's just absolutely living up to the name of Anarchy. Orange and Chuck are on their knees trying to escape, and then the van pulls up. Sue. All right, I'll be honest, I got excited when Sue came out. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to see Sue. Clearly, State Farm got her new van. Very nice looking van. Good for her. But then Trent comes out, and now all of a sudden it's a handicap match. All of a sudden, it goes from 2-on-2 to 4-on-2. Has anybody noticed that? I noticed that. 4-on-2. It was a handicap match. Trent spears Miro through a table, and then you've got Charles Taylor, formerly known as Charles Taylor, Chuck Taylor, just absolutely taking out Kip with that power slam onto a table and then capturing the 1-2-3. So listen, I'm torn. I'm glad to see Statlander back. She's absolutely fantastic competitor. No doubt she's going to have some great matches here in AEW, and that our women's division just keeps getting better and better week by week by week. And now with Statlander back, it just gets better. But I'm not happy with what she did to Penelope. And Trent coming back. All right, the best friends are reunited. Not fair once again to Miro and Kip, and of course Penelope. I think that the best friend should offer to reimburse Kip and Penelope for the wedding. So, all right, let's go back and talk about the women's tag team match. First off, guys, is Nyla Rose on a tear or what? I mean, she is, right? She's on an absolute tear. Her matches have been fantastic. She is absolutely destructive. There's a reason we call her the Native Beast. Hello, Colin. Good to see you, buddy. Now, let's talk about, on the other side, Tai Conte. She's on fire right now, right? Number one contender, has been absolutely amazing each and every match. We know that she's the number one contender for Hikaru Shida's AEW Women's Championship. Those two get along quite well. They tagged up to take on Nyla Rose and the Bunny, which I said could very well be the X Factor in the pre-show. And was she ever? Listen, that Bunny, she's no joke. She is no joke. She is vicious. She is mean. Have you guys ever seen her play Among Us on Twitch? If you haven't, take a look at her Sunday. Make sure you watch on Sunday the Bunny. She absolutely despises Brandon Cutler. She puts you on her OO list. I'm on the OO list for the first time this week. Completely unmerited, I might add. But yeah, I'm on the OO list. So, Bunny, she found a way using a kendo stick, of course, through nefarious actions, to defeat Tai Conte. And now we've got a one-on-one match next week. Isaiah Perez. Hello, Alex. Well, hello right back. Vicky Guerrero stole the match. Trainer Leo. Well, yes, Vicky Guerrero steals a lot of stuff. If you watch PTE, you know what I'm talking about. So Sheeta's better. You think Sheeta is better than who? Than Ty? I don't know. I'd love to. Hopefully, we're going to see that match. I'd love to see it. Number one contender. She totally deserves it. I think she can give Sheeta a run for the money. We could have a new champion. You think that Ty should have won, Kiana? Listen, the bunny impressed you. The bunny, you cannot take her lightly. She is uber impressive and ultra vicious. And again, not just in the ring, but out of the ring. Just follow her on Twitch. That's all I'm saying. She will cut you. She will cut you, and then she'll laugh at you. Okay. I was going to say that, Alex, you have seen the bunny play Among Us, and you'll make the U list. Craig, I made the U list. I'm on the U list today, like for the first time ever. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. So, okay. Eric, do you think that Jaguars will make a figure of you? I don't know, Eric. We're going to have to ask Jaguar that. You never know. Maybe, maybe right behind this guy. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think, Penta? Penta says make it happen. Okay, if Penta says it, it's got to be good. It's got to be good if Penta says it. Okay. Darksync, how can you bail on your boys at Dark Order? Thought you were going to get... I love the Kool-Aid. I'm not bailing on my boys at Dark Order. We're still tight. I can have multiple friends. I can totally have multiple friends, right? Can I? Can I just be multiple friends? Okay. What about John Moxley and the Young Bucks? Well, Rita, we know where they're going to team up next week. Pay-per-view quality Dynamite next week. That trios match has been signed. It's going to be Omega and the Good Brothers versus the Young Bucks and John Moxley. This is building up. There's a lot of animosity here. Also, by the way, Darby Allin is defending the TNT Championship next week against JD Drake, who signed the open challenge, open contract. Darby Allin put that out there, says, and that's the thing about Darby. Listen, say what you want about Darby. I know he's got a lot of fans. He is a fighting TNT champion. He said that he was upset that he wasn't defending the title more, and here he is. He's doing it. Jeremy, what are your thoughts on the Inner Circle versus the Pinnacle? Can't wait to see it. Cannot wait to see this match. Come on. Inner Circle. There's tons of bad blood with MJF. The only thing left for the Inner Circle to do at this point, they gave him the swirly, is to give him the wedgie. They just got to give him the wedgie, right? Annie Brown, do you call your Penta figure Little Pen, Alex? No, but perhaps I should, right? Perhaps I should. If Brandy can have Little Bran, he could be a Little Pen, right? Right? Little Cero Miedo? Could that be it? Perhaps. You never know. You never know. All right, guys. So what a dynamite. What a dynamite, right? This was a blast. Once again, an epic night here in AEW, and looking forward to next week. Another pay-per-view quality week. Oh, and by the way, all right, so a couple things to remind you of. Monday, AEW Dark Elevation with Paul White and Tony Schiavone. How great is that, right? We already know signed on that are going to be Scorpio Sky and All Ego, Ethan Page, taking on the Seidel's. Seidel's are great. Then, of course, Tuesday, AEW Dark. Also, Mondays, Being the Elite on the YouTube channel. Can't forget that. Then, of course, Wednesday, we've got Dynamite. And if you just happen to be in the Jacksonville area, we have our first ever non-televised event. The house always wins a week from this upcoming Friday. So not this Friday, the following Friday. You can go to AEWTix.com to get tickets. And by the way, have I mentioned, I might not have mentioned, you guys have asked for it. So we are giving it to you. We gave it to you. The official Penta Says t-shirt is now available on shopaew.com. So make sure to head over there, pick it up, and get your very first official Penta Says t-shirt. And yes, Sammy's vlog is on Tuesday, Darren. Thanks for pointing that out. Want to check that out as well. Lots of good stuff going on there as well. So anyway, you guys, listen. Thank you, as always, so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining me on the pre-show. Thank you so much for joining me on the post-show. Thank you for watching all of our incredible programs. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week right here on the pre-show, on the post-show, on Dynamite, and everywhere else. So hope you guys have a great night. Hope you're staying safe, and look forward to catching up with you guys next week. Good night, everybody.